What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and in today's video we're taking an updated look at none other than Travis Scott, aka LaFlame, and 3 of his upcoming unreleased sneakers releasing later this 2024. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, it was earlier this past week that Travis Scott featured on a brand new song titled Back Rooms featuring Playboi Carti, and it got a lot of mixed reviews. It's kind of a wonder how Travis is able to pump out all of these crazy sneakers when he's got such a busy schedule. Now, it was just last year in 2023 when, according to the sneakers app, that Travis Scott had 2 out of the 10 most hyped sneakers of the entire year, and I feel like 2024 will be no different. And like the song Backrooms that he was featured on earlier in the week, some of these sneakers we'll be taking a look at have some mixed reviews already, so I'd love to know what you guys think. Now, before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to the homie Strain Beats, who's been cooking up the beats for all of my videos, so shout out to my boy one time. And while you're here, you guys might as well drop a like and subscribe, and join our free Discord to stay up to date with the latest and the greatest. Shout out to all my chefs holding it down in there, and shout out to all of you guys. We're almost at 100, which is pretty sick. Now, it was just yesterday that we got our first in-hand look and preview at these upcoming brand new Travis Scott Canary Yellow Jordan 1 lows, and man, did they get some mixed reviews online. I know that this colorway is definitely loud and not something that everybody would wear, but I honestly think that it's pretty clean, and the more I look at these, they honestly grow on me quite a bit more. Now, for the sake of doing some research, I found out that these were actually inspired by the high school that Travis Scott attended, which is titled Elkins High School, all the way back in Houston, Texas. So when you see the colors and mascot of the school itself, it definitely makes more sense how these were inspired. And I also wanted to point out how this is the first time that LaFlame has used a gum bottom sole on one of his Jordan 1 models, so I'm curious how this one will end up holding up over time. Now, it was also just a couple of months ago that we got our first leak of these photos, so the fact that these actually came out pretty spot on, apart from the color of the swoosh, is honestly impressive. And I also wanted to include for reference the first leaked photo of these Canary Yellow Travis Scott sneakers to show you just how much of a difference an angle can make when it comes to looking at these sneakers. So before you completely give up on these and think they're super hideous, I recommend you wait until you get them in hand, or at least until you see more photos like this. Now, on the back and on the soles, you can see that they do feature the traditional Cactus Jack face there, and I also love how on the soles of the actual sneakers in the inserts, you can see that they've got the Cactus Jack branding, which is now traditional to all of his collaborations. And for an expected retail price of $150 releasing later this summer, I'd love to know if these are a copper drop for you. Now, when I saw that these were titled the Canary Yellows, the first sneaker I thought of was the off-white Jordan 1 Canary Yellows that Virgil Abloh unfortunately never released, and I wonder if there's also some inspiration there. And it was also earlier this week, after performing in Chicago for his Utopia tour, that Travis Scott previewed an all-new upcoming Nike collaboration after gifting the shoes off his feet to a fan.
Hey! Forever! Just be your girl and you both us. You're back in the oceans. So how we in the ocean? But to go on like this circle. I'm just a chain when the Lord don't sell my shoes, man. They're my favorite pair of shoes, so don't sell them. You dig what I'm saying? I love y'all, Chicago. Make some motherfucking noise, you dig? Hey, yo.
Now, as you can see from these videos, Travis Scott quite literally gifted the fan the sneakers off of his feet, and thus gave the world our first preview of his upcoming Nike collaboration titled the Sharkadons. And from the unique Kanye-inspired colorway to the straps on them to the branding on the heel here, these are definitely a Travis Scott-inspired sneaker. Now, while I was doing the research for this video, I did uncover that these were actually inspired by the 1997 Nike Spiridons, which you guys will see here in just a second. And after pushing Travis's signature model, I wouldn't be surprised then if later this 2024, Nike also starts to push these Spiridon models as well. If you've been paying attention to Travis at all, you'll notice that he's also incorporated the strap here, which we'll also see a little bit later in this video on the upcoming Jumpman Jordan collaboration. And I also wanted to point out that I think it's really worth knowing the lyrics to his songs, because this is not the first time that Travis Scott has gifted the shoes off of his feet to a lucky fan.
Have you ever been lost? No, so I can live in the corner. Just be young enough and I can go far. Your black nigga work in the ocean. So I'll be here. Back to go. I'm pulling up to the back. I'm just one chain away from going out the back. I'm just one hanging away from blocking out the devil. I'm just one hanging away from me. Okay, I'm too much hours, too many hours. I spend the hours and don't get wrong. I'm thinking wrong. And then see I put it down here.
Now, as Travis Scott told us many years ago, anything can happen at the night show. And next up, we've got the upcoming Travis Scott Black Olive Jordan 1 lows. I made a video covering these about a month ago, however we've got some brand new pictures, so I wanted to share these with you. Now, as far as a release date, we don't have an actual concrete date, however these are supposed to release this upcoming fall 2024 for a retail price of $150. And when looking at the colorway, I do think that this would be a perfect drop for the fall, and let me know in the comments what you guys think about these. Because I've been seeing a lot more comments lately talking about how they're kind of tired of Travis Scott putting out the same type of models, and in this case it being another Jordan 1 low. Now, if you've been following him throughout his career, you know that this was his first Jordan 1 low collaboration right here, and although there isn't a whole lot that has changed between the two colorways, I can understand how the fatigue has been kind of setting in. And last but not least, I wanted to take an updated look at Travis Scott's upcoming Jumpman jacks, a brand new Jordan silhouette that he created, which I'm actually super excited about. Now, if you've been following the latest Travis news, there are of course several different colorways of this one, however I have a feeling that this mocha colorway will probably be the first one in production. These are some all new photos to give you an idea of what this will look like, and this is actually a brand new model that was designed by Travis himself. Personally, one of my favorite features is the sole right here, which is of course featuring his name Jack, which I think is a cool tribute to Toy Story, and the way Andy's name is written on the bottom of Woody's shoe, as you guys can see in this photo right here. And I may be reaching, but I think that's definitely the inspiration or close to it. Now, as far as an actual release date for these Jumpman jacks, the first expected release is supposed to be this upcoming spring 2024, and I'd love to know in the comments if these are a cop or a drop for you. Because personally I think that these are super hard, and I love the fact that Travis actually got to design his own silhouette given the fact that he's not actually an athlete. And like I mentioned, there are several different colorways, so the one I'm looking forward to the most is probably this black, red, and white one right here. Now, if you made it this far in the video, let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you're going to be picking up any of these Travis Scott sneakers this 2024. I hope to be seeing him at the end of this month on the Utopia tour, so we'll have another merch giveaway. As always guys, thank you so much for cooking with the kitchen. Remember to stay safe, and remember, it's lit. Straight up, and peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join our free Discord.